come back to it.
Yeah, I had an effect in it, which was because I thought to continue with the theme of like backwards shots and stuff, I added a backwards piano sound that sort of helped to increase the tension, because it sort of started off playing sort of random, like plinky plonky notes, like all over the place really, and then sort of built up until it sort of created like a wash of just like sound over the top, which I think sort of helped a lot. And I think what was like the main inspiration from this was the fact that there was these like some fast-paced shots like on the screen, but then it sort of the music contrasted that with like the slow moving. So I think I sort of tried that through the first section, but then in our trailer when it went into the running, it sort of, I think it lost so much of the tension. So we sort of decided to change it up and add in like a drumming section, which sort of helped build it up and sort of it's increased in tempo, so it sort of made the audience sort of.
We tried to make our music follow our narrative arc as well. That's why we kind of had violins for the beginning bath bit, and then when it speeded up, we had the tempo of like, we had a subtle kind of heartbeat in the hanging scene, and the running scene had beats of like little drums and things like that. And I think with that program, what we found was quite effective was that it allowed us to incorporate our natural sound that we actually recorded and have sound that we did using that software. And we also kind of also was able to incorporate like our actual screens and things like that we did then in the studio, and then put all these different types of sounds together to go into our music.
Another thing, sorry, but another thing I thought it was effective with this was that the music that Jake produced is quite, can't say the word, melodious, whatever the word is. It's kind of striking. I find it similar in the trailer for Clockwork Orange. It's kind of like, the music doesn't really match the trailer. It's more, I think it's classical Beethoven in the trailer. And it doesn't really match what's going on in the trailer, which is kind of the effect that I think we tried to gain, because it's kind of like what's going on. It added to the elements of surrealism we wanted to capture within our trailer.
And it gave us our own kind of like stylistic kind of approach to the music, because we don't follow a quite conventional themes for trailers that they normally do.
Because the Dead Island one, that does the same thing, doesn't it? Really, it's like the Clockwork Orange sort of vibe on it.
Yeah, so it's a lot more sad than like a normal horror trailer would normally have. Like, I just think it works well with ours.
It sort of shows the emotions behind it instead of just aiming to sort of scare you. Really, it sort of gives it a much. I think the music helps give it a sort of a deeper backstory.
Yeah.
These were our posters that we produced afterwards. We all kind of had the same most crop, which was the mask in some ways, but it was just, we tried to make it different, incorporate elements of our trailer so that someone would know that automatically that fits with our trailer. So it had parts that you would kind of see in that. And we tried to all kind of keep it simplistic and minimalism.
Let's talk about our poster. Right, this is my poster. It anchored the scene when Josh is found in the bath at the beginning of the trailer, and I thought obviously the background colour is kind of dull, so the blood red would stand out amongst the lack of colour, and it's kind of striking. Obviously it includes our title, and it's just striking with the handprint coming down, and it shows like, well, and it connotates like murder and killing, and it just, yeah, I think it's kind of a motive.
Did you do that picture yourself?
Yeah, I done it at home.
Yeah, very good.
We all took our own pictures.
Yeah.
And for my one, which is the bottom left, I don't want to do a landscape. Is it landscape? I did a horizontal.
Wouldn't it be portrait?
That's
That's landscape.
Okay, yeah, I did a landscape because I thought it would be a bit different, and I included an eye, and if you look into the eye, you can see me actually being hanged in there. And then I thought that worked quite well because of the play on words, because our trailer's called Last Scene. So it could be like, oh, was she the last scene? Like, was he the last victim that she killed? So I think that also kind of intrigues the audience and kind of makes them want to watch it. And at the same time, like, the writing doesn't take away from the image, because it's a close-up. It's like you can see some real emotion in it. So I think that's why I chose that picture.
Right. That's it.
We
So
need
we
to
got-
show the actual trailer.
How many views?
18. Yes.
But they're all Josh.
Yeah.
Oh, I never noticed that was played back then.
Guys.
Yeah, so that's it.
Very good.
Excellent.
Well done, guys.
Is there any feedback?
Come sit down there.
When you keep filming this, I would